Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be doing some Rampant Green into Scotland 6. We got board C starting. Board C is one of our weaker boards, and that's because there is a sands and a mountain on the coastline. And Scotland is going to pressure that coast quite greatly. Starting explore is wetlands. That is pretty favorable for us. Alright. We're going to do standard green opening. We're going to start with G4, turn 1, gain that energy, and we get to place this presence, and we're going to throw this presence, throw it over here in C8 so I can defend this, and then I'll plan on pushing the town out into C4 to prevent a Scotland 6, and we'll play fields turn 1. So some cards. So we have Territorial Strife, Cold Isolation, Infested, and Confounding Mists. There's really two cards that that catch my attention, and that is Called Isolation as well as Confounding. Confounding is just that extra defend 4, and then Called Isolation, 0 cost, fast Dahan push, very strong. Infested, too expensive. This is just not what we want to be doing. We already have a skip. We don't need to add any more disease. And then Territorial is an okay card, but it's off element. I'm going to go with Called Isolation though. All right, and we're going to skip that build here. New species, skip, and Mountain Explorer. And we're going to be using Field's Choke, and we're going to push this town from C7 into C4. And basically my plan is to either defend by C3, or I'm going to push that town out. Time pass. We're going to choose to do our G2. Placing 2 presents. First presence we'll throw on C4. Next presence we'll throw on C7, I think. Actually, let's throw it over here on C3. And we'll have Gift of Proliferation. That's where we give that card out to another teammate. And we have Overgrow. We're going to use Overgrow to place a presence from bottom track. And I believe let's actually Overgrow into C2 here. Actually, maybe I'm supposed to grow like this onto C7. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to go C7 and C2 so I can kill the town here. Give Gift of Proliferation out. Use the right innate to defend 2 in that wetland, and then I'll have the left innate to kill the town here. And I do open myself up to some problems here on C3, but I have Called Isolation for that, so I should be fine. We're hoping for nothing that increases damage, and that didn't happen. Seek New Farmland does nothing. Plague brings and engage on their own terms. Okay. Do a Ravages. So this so engage on their own terms makes our Dahan only do single point of damage. So kill the town to Scotland 6 and builds. Explore is jungle. With escalate, and I'm going to escalate into my C2 and explore. And we're going to use stem plus our left innate doing 3 points of damage, and we're just going to kill the town over here in my C7. And we're going to G1 reclaim. Presence from bottom track. And we'll throw the presence over here on C1. And these are some very strong cards. I mean, Razor, it's definitely just Enticing Splendor is one of the best cards in the game for us. It's fast control, it's on element, it's 0 cost. Entrancing, it's way too slow. Absorb Corruption, we don't need any more Blight movement. So yeah, I mean, just Enticing Splendor, that's the card to pick. And unfortunately, we do need that defend 4 over here. So we have to play Overgrow, Stem, and Overgrow, Stem, and Fields Choked. And Overgrow, growing a presence from top track, putting that into C2. And then we are going to use that right innate, defend 4, once again, crossing our fingers, hoping we dodge that +1 damage. And in the slow, we'll have stem as well as that left innate. And then our next turn is very strong. Though we are lacking a water for a proper defend on C1. So we'll see where this takes us. Life's Tilt, that is very unfortunate for us. Um, if we pay for it, we are not, unfortunately, we won't be able to kill the towns that we planned on killing. And then if we don't pay for it, we lose a Dahan here. Okay, so we definitely pay. We don't pay for it. So usually with this card, you never want to pay for it because the top part is better than actually paying for it, because the disease ad is very strong as well as invaders having minus health. It does suck that we're going to lose a Dahan here, but I think it's worth it because of the disease ad. So we lose the beast, we add the disease. We're going to add the disease over here to C1. And let's see if we blight. We're hoping for a slow card. We did, so no blight. Okay. Mountain Ravage. This ravages. I lose a Dahan, but the city also dies. Scotland 6. Jungle build, and we're going to skip the build here on C4. And the Explorer is Mountain again. And we have to escalate. Escalating town has to go into C6. Actually, we'll throw it into C8. Just have no chance of creating a pocket. We're going to use stem. So all buildings have -1 health, so we're just going to use stem here, killing both buildings because of life's tilt. And then we're going to use our leptonate to kill the town over here on C4. So ended up working out for us. We have fields choked. We're going to use that to throw throw the single Dahan from C6 into C1. I think that's what I want to do. Just prevent. Alternatively, we could just gather the towns together. Maybe we're supposed to do this instead. Push that town in. I mean, we're pretty vulnerable to cultural asym, so there's no point to real play around that. And we're going to G3 here. 2, 3, getting a miner, hoping for a water so that I can get a nice defend. And we got 3 cards, and we also got our card, Thriving Choke Fungus. So I'm definitely going to pick this. It's Tri-Element. It adds disease and Badlands synergizes very well with our left innate. If we didn't get Thriving Choke Fungus, I really like Sucking Ooze here as a nice way to isolate as well as get fear. But let's just go with the fun card. Like this makes this matchup so much more enjoyable. Now I already like this matchup for green, but it just improves it. Okay, do that. We're gonna play these 4 cards. And the red innate gives us that nice defend 2. We're gonna have Called Isolation. Pushing, I guess we could push something like that. And so yeah, we push both towns into here. And then we also have an Enticing Splendor. I guess just gather that Explorer out. Seems pretty good. And then we'll have, we give out Gift of Prolif. We have 2 tiers of the left innate as well as Thriving Choke Fungus. No, maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to leave both towns there. So it looks like this. I'm supposed to use Called Isolation, maybe push that to Han like that. It's tough to say because I want to use Thriving Choke Fungus and that left innate to basically chew through both towns here. So I don't think I'm supposed to do that. Now I could plan to use... Thriving Choke Fungus here on C1. No, we just plan to keep it on C5. Yep, okay. Stick with the original plan. Influx of Settlers. Looks like we got to add another town. Also add a Beast and get a Fear. We're going to add that town over here to C1, and then because of network support and trade, we get a bunch of extra defend here. So this becomes defend 5. Fear cards does not affect the coast. 1 turn too late, or 1 turn too early is what I meant to say, and retreat. Awesome. So get rewarded for moving the town out of that mountain. Push 2 explorers from an inland land. We're going to throw that over here. Jungle Ravage. Oh, oops. I got super excited. I threw an extra explorer into my C4. So instead, with retreat, we'll use that to actually stop the blight here. So that's definitely a small mistake by me, but that's okay. I mean, we're so far ahead, I don't think it matters. So Jungle Ravage, Mountain build, build, build. Because we have the defend lined up here. We have disruption for this land. Explore, ignoring coast. Nice, that hit twice. Jungle sands. Thriving choke fungus. Let's add that Badlands disease. And let's do that left innate there twice, killing both towns. And it's still going to build here on C1, but that's okay. We have the skip nice and planned. Things are looking very good for us. We're going to G1 reclaim. There we go. And let's figure out what cards we want to play. I want to play Thriving Choke Fungus here. I want to be able to defend. I want to be able to overgrow. And let's play, if I do these four, how does this look? Maybe instead of stem, we play enticing. So I can stop the build here. I have to stop the blight here. Okay, this looks pretty good. And let's get another miner here. And there it is, Gift of Power, another tri-element. Do I do this one? I do get the blight heal with it. Not like that matters. I don't think I need... It's definitely that or elusive ambushes. I think we just do Gift of Power. I mean, it's the quad element. Okay, Enticing Splendor. Let's gather this town out. Overgrow. Oh, do I even have to overgrow here? Actually, maybe I don't even play Fields Choked here, because I can just play Gift of Power and get another Threshold. Yeah, that looks really good, because now I have that max Threshold on the left innate. Screw it, we'll do it. We'll overgrow just to get access to the sands here. And red innate, defend 4. Okay. So that event is Promising Farmland, add a beast, and Dahan defend. Removes an explore from a land with beast disease or 2 Dahan. Mountain Ravage. Scotland 6. Jungle Sands build. 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 And do I want to skip this? No. I think we just let it through. Need more fear. And the Explorer is Coast. And one of these has to be a town. I'm not sure how this interaction works with the Coast card, so I'm just going to play it as more challenging, where it's just 3 towns. And what I mean by that is, so Scotland 2 says that 2 of the 3 lands have to be towns. So I wonder if you can just double up on that land. Thriving Choke Fungus, let's add that Badlands and the disease on that C4. And we'll use the left innate there 3 times. Doing, so it's 1, 2. Ah, that's a shame. I was hoping to be able to completely wipe out this land, but I don't think I can. So since that's the case, I'll use my left innate once here, killing a town, and then we'll use it twice over here, killing a town on C6. Gift of Power, getting ourselves another miner. Oh my goodness. Nature's Desiccating, Renewing, and Weep. Nature's is just very strong here. Same with Renewing Rain, being able to remove Blight, and not like we have to remove Blight, but that is very strong. I mean, we're just going to reclaim these cards here anyway, so let's just grab Nature's. The reason why we're just going to reclaim these cards is doing these 4 is just pretty much destroys everything. Let's get a major, and we're going to put this Presence up here in the jungle, and, welp, I mean, Bargains, Rumbling, and Vigor. I guess choose your win condition. Rewarded for picking up Called Isolation on turn 1 with Vigor, as it's an instant threshold. Rumbling is another win condition into Scotland. Really, just any one of these cards is pretty amazing here. Though I actually think so. We need to defend 4 on this jungle. So let's go with Gift of Power, Thriving Choke Fungus. We can actually do Bargains here. Bargains is super memey. Maybe it's just Bargains. I mean, I'd love to play with this card here. Like this would just be just everything I want to be doing. I can bargains threshold. How about that? Uh, what a joke. I could bargains threshold because I picked up natures. And so I'm pretty sure the right answer is vigor here. Vigor just kills stuff, but big but, bargains of coursing paths seems like a very fun meme strategy, and I'm all about the meme strats. Oh wow, Tsunami 2 against Scotland. That's pretty funny. Uh, 'Cause I get third threshold. The only problem is we don't have an answer for the sands. And we can't put our badlands there, so it's going to take forever to actually wipe out the land. Um, if I do vigor plus fields plus called isolation, I can threshold vigor, get Dahan in here, kill the cities, defend it. All right. It has to be vigor. I unfortunately talked myself out of the fun play. Um, so the reason why I didn't pick up bargains is even though I could have thresholded it, I I don't have an answer for this land here, and it's probably still fine to pick up it. Maybe because I mean I still have plenty more turns to actually draft a win condition, though it just sucks to pass up like three win conditions all on the same turn. Okay, let's actually let's take the card anyway. Let's do it. So indecisive. Oh, I don't even know if I want to threshold this. So I could, but the problem with that is I don't have an overgrow target next turn. So if I overgrow, I want to be able to put another presence in here to stop my C2 from from blighting. And I won't be able to do that because I don't have any presence on my tracks. So what I could do instead, because I draft first, instead of placing the presence, I believe I placed the presence here on C1. It's so far back I can't remember. So what I should have done is I should have drafted the card first, then realized that, then placed a presence from here on the board, and then bargains to remove the presence off here and put it onto the card. Oh, actually, I could still do it. It's just instead of the presence coming from here or coming from my board, it'll just come from the destroy pile. Yeah, that works. Um, what am I looking for? Let's search for bargains. So what I'm going to use is the reminder card for the other bargains because we don't have this reminder card. There we go. Nice. Okay. Well worth it. And so basically I get to create a portal land. This is one of my favorite cards. And this portal land, whenever stuff gets moved into that land, I can teleport it to any land on the board. And let's put it. Oh, well, that was a fail. Let's try it again. This effect is very strong with ocean. Put it on these two lands. There we go. Okay, that was the bargains. We have thriving, gift of power, and then we have our defend force. We are actually in a
very strong position here. So we get thriving trade, add that city, add that disease, and we have you may push a presence from a land with Dahan, 2 damage in the land that it was pushed to. Let's push this presence. We'll push it over here, killing that town. Added the disease. Sure. Fear cards. Add a strife to a land not matching a ravage card. Sure. Jungle Sands Ravage. Skip that. Those are dead. Scotland 6. Skip that as well. Coast build. We build here. We're going to teleport that over here to this jungle. And build over here to the mountain. And the explore is wetlands. We're going to escalate into my C1. Then we're going to teleport that over here. Explore, explore. And that gets teleported over here. Yeah, so this is just way more fun. I mean, I've used Vigor enough. Add the disease, add the Badlands. Actually, we'll do that. Yeah, I think that's fine. That's a thriving choke fungus. We're gonna use that left innate. We'll use the left innate there 3 times. Each time it activates, it's 6 damage. So 3. Kill all of those. Get a minor from Gift of Power. And oh, look, it is pretty nice. We got another on element card, though I don't know if this is what we want to be doing here. Really, I think what we need, we'll get Dahan over here, defend this land. Yeah, things are pretty good. I think we just grab Rouse here. Maybe if we grab what's that card called? Blazing Renewal. So we're gonna G3, bring back our destroyed presence. Oh wow, I forget how strong it is on green. Because when I restore a presence to a portal, I can actually teleport it anywhere on the board, which means I don't need to use Overgrow, which means that 5 minutes of me just sitting here trying to figure out what to do didn't actually matter. Because I could just always just grow into that land and the presence goes anywhere. So, welp. So yeah, presence from track, then presence will go into the jungle, teleports anywhere, we'll throw it into the sands. We're going to choose the energy, 1, 2, 3, getting another major, and we're going to forget bargains, looking for blazing. There's our win condition and twine power. Just a busted card on us. I mean, Twisted Flowers is another one to really consider here, as we have the air, and I want to be playing enticing already. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have the moon though, or I don't have the moon right now, but I will eventually. Because I want to be playing these 3 cards here first this turn. And yeah, I mean, Entwine Power is just definitely the card. So let's just grab that. Enticing Splendor, Gathering to Dahan. That teleports that over here to the mountain. Boom. Entwine Power. So I get 1, 2, 3 energy. I'm going to gain a major. And then I'm choosing another spirit, but it's solo, so I choose myself again. So I actually get 3 more energy, 1, 2, 3, and then I get to pick 2 of these majors. And look at that, there's the win condition of forests, so we're gonna grab that. I do get a second one of those majors, but I'm not gonna grab it, and we're gonna forget Overgrow. And we have our defend 4 here from our right innate, and we are in really good shape here. Beast push, and at their gates, to fear and xenophobia. Don't want to do a beast push. I could push this town out. Don't want to. Guess we'll push that town to here. Fear cards, Dahan defend. Next one. Removes from a land with or adjacent. Sure. Coast Ravage. Skip. Dead. Dead. Wetland build. And the explore is Wetland Mountain. Explore teleports over here. Mountain. Explore, explore. We are actually in the driver's seat here. We're just kind of going through the motions. We'll use Fields Choked. We'll push these Dahan into the portal, and we'll bring those guys over here. We'll use the left innate plus stem, and we'll use that. I think we just kill the town here, I think. 3. It's still not enough to defend that land. I guess we'll just skip it then. So if that's the case, instead of pushing the Dahan, push the town, teleport to here, and then we use stem plus our left innate to kill all the buildings here. Dead. Time pass, and we'll G1 reclaim, getting a major, and this is just perfect example of just a very powerful card. That's another, but in solo it just breaks the game in half. We'll go with Living Obsidian. Oh look, actually Rouse lets us threshold this as well, so that's quite great. That we did get Pyro Flow. So maybe we do Pyro plus Forests. I mean, we pretty much we have a million ways to win the game here. Brain is crashing here. Let's do those two. Let's do Called Isolation. No. Tasting Splendor. Oh, Presence will go over here. And unfortunately, I don't have enough. I need another Fire Earth, which I have right here with Pyro Flow. I very well could play it as well. That's if I want to threshold this. We have Enticing Splendor to gather into here. Was 1 damage. I just don't have enough to kill it because I need more presence in this land. I guess if I combined Rouse with Forests, I can clear the sands. Sure, whatever. It doesn't actually matter. And we get to forget a card here. We'll forget Stem. Pyro, kill all the explorers. Enticing Splendor, gathering that town in. Fence Farmers, that's one of my redraws. Lesser Spirits, perfect. We've already paid for it, so we destroy a presence. We get a permanent element, and we're going to grab a permanent moon. I believe. Yes, we'll grab a moon. So I can use that left in the action. No, we won't use moon as crazy talk. Let's do a fire. Push a beast, get a fear. Gather Dahan. Teleports the Dahan. We'll teleport over here to the wetlands. Sure. Fear card removes a town or an explorer from a coastal land. From a land with 2 or fewer. Wetland Ravage. Scotland 6. Teleports it to here. Ravage. Scotland 6. Builds. We build here, and the Explorer's Mountain Jungle. Teleport to there. Okay, we got 2 turns left. We have a Thresholded Forests. 1 damage. And we'll do an extra damage. Oops. I believe it's this. And it's oh, there's Badlands as well. I wonder if I actually just do it over here instead. Actually, it's probably just better if we do it over here. So Badlands gets all the explorers, 1 damage, 1 extra damage to the city. Push the Han out. We're going to repeat it in the same land. So it kills both of these. And it's 1-2 damage here, killing 1 city. 1 city's left, and then we finish it off with the Rouse. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that was just very suboptimal, but right now I'm just going through the motions here. We're pretty much, we got this game on lock here. We're going to G1 reclaim. Presence comes back, gets put into the sands. Reclaim. And let's go with another forests. We're just going to play with 1 forest this time. And we'll play with an Entwined Power, as well as a Gift of Power, as well as a, well, we were 1 off from thresholding. Oh no, we actually still need the, oh, let's just do,
Called ISO. There we go. Called ISO. We're going to push both towns into the sands. Entwine power. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot to get a power card from the reclaim. Sure, we'll just grab Vengeance of the Dead. Oh, God. I get to gain another power card with Entwine power. Let's get a miner. We get 2 of these. Okay. And we got the defend 4 there. Okay. Irregular outbreaks, 1 fear. We could choose any card in our hand. We may play it. Sure. We'll play Rouse. Discard our hand. We get to use Rouse. We're going to use that to kill these explorers. Goodbye, explorers. And that was with Seek to Control It. Fear cards. Add a Strife. 1 damage. Sure. Next one is Dahan. Reclaim Fishing Grounds. Gather up to 1 damage per. Gather 1 damage. Mountain, Wetland, Ravage. Scotland 6. Builds. Teleports. Final Explore. Sands, Wetland. Explore. Explore. And we're going to finish it off with the double forests, and that will kill everything here. That's GG. So a very nice, solid game with green. I'm very happy I picked up the Bargains of Coursing Path this game. Even though it did block off these wetland and jungle, it basically just got rid of the lands for us so that we were able to focus on other things. This was a very textbook game with green. I mean, this went pretty much perfectly. I have no complaints. I mean, we drafted basically 2 very fast control effects in the first couple of turns. Even though this one was off element, you just got to see the power of just why Called Isolation is one of the best cards in the game. Just a fast control card on a defensive damage-based spirit, and it complements it so well. And then we grabbed a on element fast control card as well. And then in the mid game, we ended up picking up Thriving Choke Fungus, Badlands Synergy, well with the left innate, as well as being a perfect element card. This card's just nuts, especially on green. And then Gifted Power is just a follow-up, like, wow, look at another quad element card that lets us dig for more cards. And then our first major draft, I don't want to say we got lucky. I mean, green has plenty of great major hits, and as you see so many majors. Eventually, you're going to find something great. I think we went, after seeing this game play out, I'm very certain Bargains was the correct answer, and it wasn't Vigor. Vigor was very tempting, but the fact that Bargains permanently gets rid of the lands means I can just funnel everything into 1 or 2 problem lands, and then I can just dig for instance, a way to kill everything, like forests. Or maybe I was actually digging for, what's the other card? Blazing Renewal. And that's actually why I drafted Rouse, and then Rouse ended up mattering for forests, so ended up working out in the end. Rumbling Earthquake is another card that would have just wiped out a ton of buildings. So if you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.